Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, animated summary. Major spoilers warning. Hello, and welcome to the Final Empire, where everything sucks. According to the legends, long ago the legendary hero saved the world of Scadrial from the Deepness. Then he decided to conquer the world for himself, and became the Lord Ruler. 1,000 years later, life's terrible and there are two classes. The small ruling noble class, and the common people, or the Ska. So our protagonist is named Vin, a young shriek gremlin orphan who works for a criminal gang in the capital city of Luthadel. One day, our other protagonist, Kelsier, shows up and tells Vin that she has the magical powers of a Mistborn. On Scadrial, people can have magical powers by drinking different metals called allomancy. Allomancy allows people to do all sorts of fun things, such as better senses, strong, push, pull, see the future, contemplate life choices. Kelsier, who is a charismatic guy and a bit of a chaos gremlin, leads his band of NPC friends who scam nobles for a living. Vin joins their team, and Kelsier then reveals to the group his new plan. Hey gang, so I was figuring we should mix things up a bit. Instead of scamming a noble, I was thinking we could try something new and
overthrow the government.
Huh? Kelsier rolls high enough on charisma checks that he convinces the group to make a plan. This plan is terrible and, okay, I guess we're doing this. In addition to planning, Kelsier starts to teach Vin how to use her Mistborn powers, and they start to get to know each other. Vin soon learns Kelsier has your average optimistic protagonist goals, including defeat the Dark Lord, bring freedom to the oppressed, and commit genocide. You see, Kelsier believes all nobles are bad and that they all must die. Do you wanna commit war crimes? Come on out, let's go and slay. For planning, the party decides to make a rebellion to overthrow the government. They aren't sure how to beat the Lord Ruler, as he is very high level. So, they plan to steal the atrium, or valuable metal, from the castle and crash the imperial economy. The Lord Ruler has a banking system set up, because no matter how immortal or powerful you are, nothing will be able to save you if you have to do an entire empire's worth of financial paperwork all by yourself for 1,000 years. Another part of their plan is they want to start a house war. Basically, every 100 years or so, the noble houses fight each other because why not, and the Lord Ruler doesn't do anything about it. To keep an eye on noble shenanigans, they have Vin start to infiltrate their fancy parties. At our first party, Vin meets a noble named Ellen Venture who loves books and is a total nerd, and they start to become friends. After some time, Kelsier decides to have him and Vin investigate Kedek Shaw, the obviously evil vibe Dark Lord castle. This goes wrong as they run into the Steel Inquisitors. The Steel Inquisitors are basically the Lord Ruler's SWAT team, who get Mistborn powers through the not doctor recommended strategy of having metal spikes stabbed through their chest and face. Vin steals a random book, and Kelsier escapes, while Vin falls unconscious but is rescued by their nerd friend Sayed. Sayed is a flue chemist, or someone who gets magical power from metal jewelry. Having been thoroughly wrecked, Vin takes some time to recover and Sayed starts to translate the book. At the same time, Kelsier causes chaos among the nobles. The party decides to try to convince Kelsier's brother Marsh to infiltrate the banks. You're an idiot, and this plan is stupid and it will never work. But you're a lovable idiot, so I'll help you anyways. Marsh infiltrates the banks, and Vin starts to attend parties again and spread rumors to start a house war. Kelsier, not liking nobles and wanting to start a house war, thinks killing Ellen would be a good idea, although Vin doesn't want him to kill her boyfriend. You can't trust him, Vin. He's an evil monster, like the rest of them. Knowledge! I'm not convinced. You use my own weapon against me. Eventually, the house war begins, which means royal houses start face-smashing each other. Kelsier and Vin go to meet up with Marsh to get information, but bail as they find a body and assume the Steel Inquisitors might still be nearby. Then the party tries to rescue some of their NPC friends who got captured. Kelsier fights and defeats a Steel Inquisitor, then solos the Lord Ruler, where he promptly gets wrecked. Much sad. The party starts to give up with the loss of their Chaos Gremlin, but then that night some old guys start preaching to the Ska that Kelsier appeared to them. Turns out the gang's shape-shifting goo friend, or seer, used Kelsier's bones to shapeshift into him and appear to the guys after Kelsier died. I have returned to you from the dead to give you my sacred commandment, which is overthrow the government! So the Ska started to storm the palace. Then, realizing the Lord Ruler could easily solo a bunch of level 1 commoners, sneaks into the palace to fight the Lord Ruler. The Lord Ruler calls for more Inquisitors so he doesn't have to deal with this himself, but only one enters and kills the other. It's actually Marsh. Apparently he rolled so well on his deception checks and everyone else rolled so low on insight that the Steel Inquisitors decided to recruit him, which meant kidnapping him and stabbing him with spikes. Marsh didn't appreciate this and killed the others. Are you kidding me? My dude, do you have any idea how difficult those guys are to replace? The Lord Ruler reveals his fancy arm jewelry and fights Vin and Marsh. After getting somewhat wrecked, Vin manages to use the mist to get a power-up, and Metal pushes the Lord Roller's legendary magic items out the window. He then becomes weak and starts aging rapidly as Sadus shows up. You don't understand. In doing this, you have doomed yourselves. Okay, bro. And stabs him with a wooden spear. Then also figures out the Lord Roller actually killed the hero in the past thanks to the translated book. So they defeated the Lord Roller and all lived happily ever after. Except they didn't, because this is the first book in a 3-book series.